Hey guys, I'm Ron Osborne, the Travel Doc. I'm here today to talk to you about some considerations as you begin traveling again relating to insurance. You know, one writer said the best laid plans of mice and men often go awry. And I think that has never been more true than it is right now related to the travel industry. Many of us were caught completely off guard as COVID-19 began to wreak havoc on our world and as a global pandemic began to set in. Many of us had travel plans that were disrupted. I know I did. I had a group of people going to India, and I received notification less than 12 hours before our departure time that the nation of India had closed its borders to travel. This is a very unpleasant thing to happen under the best of circumstances, but it's even more terrible under the worst of circumstances. The pandemic not only caught us off guard, but it caught the airline industry and the travel industry as a broader entity completely off guard. People were scrambling to try to make sense of this. Is this a temporary thing? Is this a long-term thing? What is going on? Even more shocking was when we began making initial phone calls to our travel insurance company. They informed us that these were not covered by our policy, that a global pandemic or projected illnesses or anything like that, there was no rider, there was no consideration for that. Therefore, I began to do some research about this, and I found that there is insurance available out there through some mainline travel insurance companies called Cancel for Any Reason, or CFAR insurance. I would highly recommend this to you if you do any amount of international travel of any kind. You see, most standard single trip travel insurance policies allow you to cancel or alter your plans when certain things happen that you couldn't have really planned for prior to your departure. These events might include being hospitalized, becoming really violently sick leading up to your trip. It could be an injury. Maybe you had a bad fall and maybe you injured yourself to the degree to which you really don't feel comfortable going out and traveling. Maybe a travel companion, maybe your husband, your wife, or a significant other who was on your ticket with you, maybe they become injured or had some unforeseen health episode that is really going to keep them from getting out there. Job loss is another thing that's typically covered by travel insurance. If you have been laid off, if you have lost your job, if it's been outsourced or something like that that has put you in a very bad position, your travel insurance most of the time will step in and cover those costs. Severe home damage. If you were getting ready to leave and a tornado came through, God forbid, or a hurricane or some other major event like that and caused significant damage to your home, whereby keeping you home to pick up the pieces, your travel insurance will step in and cover the reimbursement cost associated with your trip. Death is another thing that is covered. Death of a non-traveling family member is also covered. So those things are really important to know and to understand prior to your leaving the country on a trip. But what if you want flexibility to cancel your trip for reasons that are beyond the scope and coverage that you would typically enjoy? Things like a worldwide pandemic, maybe global instability, maybe a terrorism thing that cropped up unbeknownst to you until right before your travel, or something like that. Things like that, Cancel for Any Reason, travel insurance steps in to make sure you're protected. Here's the bottom line. Read your policy. Talk to the agent who sold you the policy. Get all the information before you go. Understand what the limitations are of a standard policy. Understand what you would be responsible for if one of those things cropped up. Understand what your loss might be if everything came apart and was canceled. All of those things are worthy to be considered prior to heading out of the country. I hope this has been a blessing to you. I hope it's given you some information that is helpful to you. If it is, would you please hit that subscribe button below? Give us the thumbs up. Say, hey, man, this was an encouragement. I've really learned something today. If you'd like a notification about future videos, hit the little bell icon. That'll get you in line so that we can notify you as new videos come out. I'm Ron Osborne, the Travel Doc, and I'm here to cure all of your travel troubles.